This is a look at the TIMMY phone, which arrives very well presented in a good sturdy box, which also includes a USB cable, a plug for charging with USB connector, an instruction guide just to get you started by showing you the basics. Also a screen protector, not just any old flimsy screen protector, but this is quite a tough one, and that is in addition to the screen protector already fitted to this rather smart and glossy screen. And there's also a nice gel case as well, which provides good protection for the rear and also makes it easier to handle and to grip. The phone itself I think looks very good quality, very smart, it's nice to handle. I think it looks expensive and it has a really nice screen as well. The gel cover isn't supplied fitted but is an added extra, and a very useful extra I would say too. And this is the back of the case. This is the gold colour. It's got a slight grain to it which makes it a bit more grippy. There's also a fingerprint reader there, a flash for the rear camera which is there, and also on this phone is the front facing camera, and you'll also notice that has a flash as well. Very unusual, especially on a budget phone. My first little sort of negative quibble about the phone is the back is just a little bit flimsy for removing. Has a little groove here, just pop your nail in and then the back levers off. The back of the phone, I have to say, is a little bit flimsy. It's made from a thin plastic and has these lugs in all the way around, and I do have a fear that if the cover is removed frequently that these might just crack and break off. But I have to say that so far this really is the only weakness I've found on this phone. We can now have a look inside the phone. There's a large 3000 milliamp battery, 2 SIM sockets and a micro SD card socket there. That's the camera, the flash and the fingerprint reader. Pop the cover back on, taking care to line up all the lugs and click them all into place. Then once all the lugs are lined up, I do like to replace the gel cover to give this rather attractive phone extra protection. So now ready to switch on again. Booting takes about 30 seconds, so not the fastest but not bad either. Let's now take a closer look at some of the features of the phone. Very easy to hold, quite slim, nice and grippy with the gel case on, and the screen I have to say is one of its best features. Just to take a quick look at what's installed, and you can see there how responsive the screen is. These are mostly apps that are pre-installed, although I have added a few of my own, such as BT Wi-Fi to gain access to the national Wi-Fi network. I added Chrome, which is my preferred browser, so this automatically imports all my bookmarks and favourite settings and passwords. I also added Yahoo Weather, because I do like my weather forecast when I'm travelling, but most of the rest was pre-installed, a lot of which is straight Android, such as the calculator. Very simple. A calendar, and each day you get reminders of what is booked for you for that day. I've got 2 reminders there which you can see flagged up. There's a clock, which also includes alarm clock, standard clock, countdown timer and a stopwatch. A list of contacts that's connected to email accounts, so no need to manually enter them as you used to with the old non-smartphones. Email program, that's the basic Android one. Facebook for keeping in touch with people. File manager listing all the files on the phone. There's also an FM radio, but curiously the earphones which act as the antenna were not included. A little bit strange there. gallery for viewing photos. Let's just have a quick look at a few, because this camera on this is very good. There's a music player, but obviously from a small speaker on a phone the audio quality is not going to be brilliant, so I'd always recommend either plugging in an external speaker or headphones or using a Bluetooth speaker. But let's just have a quick listen.
Looks like I'm the queen. Relieved to grieve. Let it go. Can't hold it back anymore.
As you could possibly hear, there was a little bit of distortion on maximum volume, but you can expect that really on just a smartphone. It's only really a secondary music player. Go back and look at some other features. There's also a video player. I'll just play one of the videos I filmed on my main camera, just as a demonstration. So what you can see here is the video playback is nice and smooth with no juddering. So that's impressive. I have also recorded several videos on this phone to demonstrate how well the camera performs. And talking of which, let's have a look at the camera, because this really is one of the best features of this phone. Let's just have a look and see how quickly and easily it can focus on something like this battery. I'll just pop it underneath the lens, tap the autofocus, and you can see there that was very quick, and the focusing is also quite sharp. The other features of this camera is it has the flash, a lot of user customizable settings for colour effects, for example. Can shoot in a number of picture sizes, either full screen or 4:3. I prefer the widescreen. The same also applies to the video settings. It has a sort of image stabilisation, but remember this is a phone, it's not a camera. And different video qualities as well. The fine is full widescreen. And again, I filmed a demonstration video to show how well it films. This is a sample video pan with audio to see how well the mic picks up my voice. It's in fine mode, full screen, which is widescreen. So just a test to see how it works. Which is pretty good. And the other advantage is you've got the video filming light and you can take still images while it's recording. Internet access, I would guess, is going to be one of the main uses of this phone. So we'll just go to, won't go to Amazon, we'll go to bbc.co.uk, because this involves loading a lot of graphics and images. So let's just see how quickly it finds the page. We don't have the fastest internet access here, so you can't really judge the speed, but that just shows how well it does load pages. Just go to that, you can see the graphics. You can pinch in and out to change the size of the text, and also to look closer at images. So that is just a very quick overview of this phone, just to show what it looks like and its performance. And you really wouldn't think, looking at this phone, that it is just a budget basic smartphone, because the performance is actually really good. It's very fast, as you can see, very responsive. The screen is absolutely fantastic. It feels good to use and it looks good as well. And this, I have to say, has very quickly become my favourite smartphone. And over the last few years I have actually used and reviewed quite a lot of phones, but this one clearly stands as a step above the rest and is definitely a phone I would recommend.